Well, hello, welcome back, my Battle Language buddies. My name is Jesus Enrique Rosas. I'm the Battle Language guy, and we're back on another live. As I promised, I will be doing one live a day. In this case, in my case, one live every evening. Maybe from tomorrow on, I will be doing these lives 1 hour earlier because it fits my schedule better, and I'm trying to sleep more because I'm just getting like 5 or 6 hours of sleep, and I really need to clock in those 7 hours at least. So most probably, regarding my own health, I will be doing these lives 1 hour earlier. I hope it's no problem for you. Hello from Italy, California, Brooklyn. Oh my God, Greece, Scotland, España, North Carolina, UK, San Antonio, Portugal, all over the world. Battle language buddies all over the world. Liverpool, Cornwall, California, London. All right. Quebec, Georgia, Bolivia, Canada, Germany, Romania, Hungary, Chattanooga, Nuevo Mexico, from New York. This is great. Ontario, Canada. All over the world, and I'm pleased to be here, my Battle Language buddies. Opening with this. This is a joke that I spotted on Twitter yesterday from Meghan on Twitter. Meghan Markle sausage, and the caption says, "Had to get this from Old Castle Farm in Neath and ask him why Meghan Markle, because they've got a bit of ginger in them." Oh my God, how naughty this is. Well, British humor, I guess. Well, we're ready to begin right now. And first, you know that we've got this merch, this amazing merch, honoring those who work relentlessly to please the dastardly duo on their every whim. The Sussex Survivors Club merch. You need a mug? We got a mug. We got the hoodies. No matter if you're an urban person or natural person, that these hoodies are going to fit you. And we got the long sleeves too, whichever you want. We got a lot of merch, and that is in the link in the description of this video. Just 4 more days, and it's over. It's a flash sale. And also tank tops and V-necks. Just go there. You have only 4 days until it's gone. So, oh my God, Guatemala, Sardinia, in Italy, Texas. This is great. So let's begin. Duchess of Sussex Meghan Markle set to receive honor for her charity work at GQ Men of the Year Awards. Well, the first thing I said when I read this, I genuinely thought this was satire. I don't know, this was the Babylon Bee or something. I couldn't believe this. But yeah, effectively. And I suppose GQ stands for Grifter Queen. It's a legit question. And I know it doesn't stand for that, but thanks to my tweets on Twitter, you remember that you can follow me on Twitter and pitch me any ideas you have there. Tara Double T, I was thinking Greedy Quibbler, but that's even better. And there were also others' idea that, well, were increasingly, not able to publish here, but LCB, no, it's Giant Quiff. I read that like something else, but whatever. Davidson at Jules Martin, I vote for Ghastly Quitter. And more random advice, you are reading that. I'm not gonna say that. I'm not sure that I can pronounce that right. And my attorneys have said that I better don't say it out loud, but there you have it. Great to have you here. We continue with what we got today. And the funny thing is, thanks to Megan Small, great friend, could be around here. She's one of my mods. The funny thing is, the GQ in GQ magazine stands for Gentleman's Quarterly. The self-proclaimed feminist is accepting an award by a men's magazine. That doesn't make much sense, right? This doesn't make much sense. Some questions here. Interesting question. AA. Jesus, has Christopher Bowsey ever come after you? Not directly. He has mentioned me on his Twitter account a couple times. Just a couple times. He has already blocked me recently. He just mentioned the amount of views my videos get. Okay, that's all that he did. He hasn't attacked me directly. I think there are much more channels here on YouTube that are more vocal, that are more direct, that are maybe less I don't know. I try to be a gentleman at the end, but there are channels that are no holds barred, and either way, I think if any channel follows just a hint of respect, okay, everyone is entitled to their own opinion. Everyone has an opinion, and everyone should be free to have that opinion. And if you don't like it, simply just close the laptop. And that's it. That's it. And another different thing will be defamation. All right? That is a completely different thing. That is another level. If someone is defaming another person, if someone is defaming Meghan Markle, then they should be, sued. Okay? Then it's the right to be sued and everything. But I think they haven't really come after me. Because you know that I try to be very balanced about this, try to make jokes about this, most satire, try to educate a bit, and in the end, you can call me whatever you want, but it's a fact. You can watch my videos and you realize what exactly is Jesus doing to attack the Montecito duo, and in legal terms, I know for a fact that I'm not attacking them or anyone for that matter. So, and yes, my attorneys can sleep soundly at night too. So in that regard, I don't think had any issues. I've had a couple issues that I'm not gonna reveal now, but the moment that they are resolved, I'm gonna tell you about them. Okay, the moment they are resolved, I'm going to tell you about them and why they are not going to bothering me anymore. But for the time being, everything's fine. Just in case, remember to follow me on my Royal Road channel. It's my second channel here on YouTube, and you can find the link in the description of this video. Follow me on my Royal Road channel. If anything happens, if anything should happen to this channel, I have my Royal Road channel, and we can communicate there. And I also have my 100 battle language tips, and you get subscribed to my email list. I just emailed you a couple times at first, and then I won't bother you anymore. Unless, of course, something happens to the Battle Language Guy channel, and then I will email you. All you have to do is download my 100 body language tips, which is also in the description of this video. That's all you need to do. That's all you need to do, and we will keep in touch no matter what. It's also Instagram. There's also Twitter. So whatever happens, I'm not that worried. There's also a plan B and plan C. All right, and this is, by the way, something that I was sent through Twitter. Hi, Jesus. I just came across this picture of Meghan at that Intrepid Museum salute to Freedom Gala, where she and Harry tried to blend in with American veterans. As if you remember this picture, right? Yeah, this picture that Harry looking at Meghan smiling at someone, I guess, as she's holding a platter with meat on that. Well, that is important. I have to wonder if them serving her a giant juicy filet mignon wasn't on purpose. No tofurkey for our military. Considering the fit she threw when she sends the essence of egg in her wedding tasting menu, big enough that Her Majesty the Queen herself had to come in and tell Meghan that the Windsors do not speak to staff that way, I'm sure this giant stick freaked her out. But with Netflix cameras rolling, the show must go on. Interesting. Thanks Thanks to the one who sent me this anonymously. You can do the same on Twitter or by email. But I'm usually I use Twitter as my my notepad. So I'm much more like glued to Twitter almost all day and sometimes even all night. So it's much easier for me if you send me this. Are you still on Rumble? Is Paula asking? For the time being, not. For the time being, not. But these videos, not live on Rumble, not live. But these videos are still uploaded. When they finish, they get uploaded automatically to Rumble. So I don't know if I will be doing. I'm testing doing lives only on YouTube by the time being. I'm not even on Twitter right now, so I'm exclusively on YouTube for the time being, just part of my experiments. Hoping you can use this in a Duchess of Hypocrisy segment. I'm using that. Or a salute to Veterans Day on November 11th. Cheers. And yes, I couldn't help but notice that it's not only Meghan's smile a bit creepy, right? But at the same time, it's like Harry is, oh my God, what is she going to do? What is she going to do? How is she going to react? Is she going to explode? Is she going to turn into Megalodon? Is she going to like tell off everyone? It can be quite unnerving for Harry, that situation. Oh my God, she doesn't even allow me to bring blood sausages for our vegan barbecues. What is he gonna do? Yeah, I wouldn't like to be on Harry's shoes. So this is the matter of today. Meghan and the monarchy and the royal family, and especially the king. We got these PR efforts, this constant attack on whatever is the status of the king and the reputation of the royal family. And those attacks are not for free. Those attacks always come with a reason, with someone backing them. Because the mainstream media, most of the mainstream media doesn't do things just like that. Okay, it's very hard to find legit, independent journalists, unbiased journalists now. So that's why I have blocked most of them. I just blocked them on Twitter because I already sense that there's a smell of sugary Sussex squad on them, like a Sussex leaning editorial line. And I said, no, I'm gonna block them. So the next time, because I sometimes have bad memory. I don't have memory to remember jerks. If you are a Sussex leaning journalist and I sense that, I just block you. So the next time I go to your profile and realize that I blocked you. Oh, I must have blocked you for a reason. I must have blocked you for a reason. Those of you complimenting me for my tie, thank you. I love the color green. So that's why I chose it today. We have to take a look at this piece by the Telegraph. King sees hope for relationship with Duke and Duchess of Sussex. And I said, the first thing that I know, I used to be a bit more amateur, but now the first thing I do when I see this kind of headlines or any kind of headline regarding the royals and especially the Sussexes whatsoever, is to look at who wrote this. And I saw Victoria Ward. And as I'm telling you, I did not remember if what kind of journalist was Victoria Ward when I searched for her on Twitter. Well, turns out I had blocked her. I don't know why, but as I'm telling you, I block people. So to remember that there's a reason why I blocked them, even if I don't remember the reason. So I blocked Victoria for a reason, and it's this. I'm gonna change here for my for Google Chrome. Let's see, Google Chrome. Yes, so we can read along this piece. Tremendous flickers of hope in cause of unity, say royal insiders. Remember, my question is, who do you think is pushing these headlines of royal unity? Do you think it's King Charles? No. Do you think it's Queen Camilla? No. Do you think it's the Prince and Princess of Wales? No, wrong. Who do you think they are? Who do you think is pushing those cause of unity, say royal insiders? Let's put this in orange. Yeah, you know, the Montecito morons are pushing this. And now read this. That's why I blocked her. The king saw tremendous flickers of hope in his recent interactions with the Duke and Duchess of Sussex. Sources have revealed, raising the prospect of a rapprochement. Oh, well, the monarch is said to have been buoyed. This is one word that I forgot the pronunciation of this word. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I had practiced it beforehand. Buoyed. What kind of pronunciation is that? Buoyed by the various conversations held with his son. Various conversations. That doesn't sound quite right. I don't think they had various conversations, since, well, Harry even threw a tantrum the very day the Queen died. What makes you think he's gonna have a conversation with the King in the following days, if it's not Meghan pushing him to have those conversations? That could be it. Flickers from the candle. You are right, Mary W. Rice. Flickers of hope from the candle. Yeah, the candle that blocked the grifter. And daughter-in-law. Conversations held with his son and daughter-in-law as the family united in grief following the late Queen's death. Yeah, you know, and Harry united in grief when he was only minding if he could wear his uniform or what, or if Meghan could see the Queen on her last hours or what, or, you know, general stuff, stupid stuff. That why are they pushing this now? It remains the case that the king loves both of his children, a royal insider said, and this is manipulation. Okay, nobody has questioned that Charles still loves Harry, and for that matter, Meghan. Okay, that is no question. But another different thing is that he will allow them to do as they please, and he will allow them to, well, make him seem feeble or fearful or whatever. Over the last 16 days or so, there were tremendous flickers of hope in terms of the future. There's hope of a cause for unity. It is not known how much time, if any, the king spent alone with his younger son over the past fortnight, but he appears determined. Sorry, I know that you don't like those pauses, but someone, a very kind soul, sent me an email. There was an email or a Twitter message, I don't remember, to be mindful of this bastard here, determined. Thank you. You have a kind heart for helping me sort out this nonsense English pronunciation. Determined to cast the current status of the relationship in a positive light. Determined to cast the current status of the relationship in a positive light. Why so much pressure about this? This has been a motive since like 16 days, because you can remember that right before the Queen died, Meghan was still threatening with everything that she was going to say on her Arsewipes podcast. And there was so much more to come. And tomorrow we would have another, a new episode of Arsewipes. And let's see what she has to do. Let's wonder if she finally edited those truths that she was going to shoot from the hip. As I'm telling you, you always have to listen to what people say and pay attention to their behavior. In this case, if Meghan said that, well, she was talking to Spotify to see if they could edit those, delicate topics off Arsewipes episodes, then so she was willing to publish them, to upload them, to air them when the Queen was alive. So she didn't care if they upset the Queen while she was alive. Now she is mindful of that. Give me a break, please, Meghan. That's not how it works. It is just like when you have this subscription. You have a subscription service, for example, and you are going to cancel your subscription service. And the provider tells you, hey, don't go away, Jesus. Here, you have 3 months free, and you can make your mind later. And you say, is that so, you wanker? You are giving me now 3 months free just because I told you that I was leaving? This is shame on you. Shame on you. This is nonsense. I don't like that gift because it means that you've been robbing me, because you have no problem of offering me this fantastic deal when I'm leaving. Why didn't you offer me this deal when I was your trusty customer? You know that. That doesn't make sense. And what Meghan is doing doesn't make sense. That is evil. That is pure malice. How to deal with Harry and Meghan will be one of the issues at the forefront of his mind as he approaches the first few months of his reign, aware that any salvo fired from California will be hugely damaging. This is a threat. This is manipulation. This is like, you should behave, new king. New king, you should behave or else. Or else. Yeah, be prepared. Always be prepared. Thanks CDS for pointing that out. Jesus sounds like he's getting ready to use the F-bomb. LOL, LOL. I love it. Yes, at any minute. But I just drop F-bombs when the moment deserves it. I just don't drop them without a reason. Without a reason. Yeah, I dropped the W bomb. Sorry, this one. Burglar King, yeah. I like that British swear word. Salvo fire from California will be hugely damaging. Tell me, how can anything from the Harkles be remotely damaging to an institution that has more than 1,000 years? Tell me. I want to understand. I want to learn. Tell me, how does that work? But the words that people use. This is a covert threat. This is what narcissists do. This is the way they speak, and they channel this kind of narratives through their mouthpieces, and I guess that Victoria Ward is one of them already. She has completely converted, or she was like that all the time. I don't know. I'm telling you, I don't have even 1 year being a royal commentator. I think I'm the newest kid on the block still, and yes, I'm still a royal row because I don't work for anybody. I hope, I would love that Kensington Palace send me a check. Why not? Clarence House, where's my check? Buckingham Palace, I need my payment. I don't know, you have Bitcoin or anything? Send it. Here's my wallet. But nothing, no, nothing at all. Total rogue. independent. So that's why royal commentators hate him. At a time when Buckingham Palace is keen to convey a sense of continuity and stability, the Sussexes remain an unpredictable force. The Sussexes remain an unpredictable force. Yeah, so unpredictable. We don't know. We don't know. We don't know when are they going to screw it worse. That's their unpredictability. We don't know when they are going to screw it for good. While the king's reference to the couple in his televised address was viewed as an... I'm not going to say those words. I'm not going to say those words. I'm fed up of those words. This is a swear word for me. I'm up to here of these words. I'm not going to say them. Not going to say it. No. Mm-mm. By some, others suggested it was little more than a PR move. You think, lady? The Duke and Duchess found themselves at the heart of various dramas in the run-up to the late Queen's funeral, involving an apparent about turn over the Duke's right to wear military uniform, because that's relevant, I guess, and an invitation sent in error to a state reception at Buckingham Palace. Wrong. That invitation, they were never uninvited, because that invitation never happened. Another PR strategy. That's it. That's all. But yeah, and Meghan crying from one eye. How do you... Oh, yeah, she's expert at doing that, of course. I forgot. I sometimes forget things. You know, I'm human. The sequence of events that unfolded in the immediate aftermath of the late Queen's death also appear to indicate the extent of the gulf that exists between Prince Harry and his family. Notice that. Notice the wording. Prince Harry and his family. The focus is on Prince Harry. Okay? They could have said between the royal family and the Sussexes. No, the Prince Harry and his family. They're trying to push for that bond, because for everyone, if you try to break a bond of a person with their family, it's like that is a divine bond, that is an unbreakable bond. But that is a bond that Harry himself has been trying to break years ago. And why is he doing this? Maybe their PR firm said, "Hey, you can't just divorce the royal family. You understand, Meghan? You understand that, not Meg? You have to keep the ball running. So you can't say that Harry lost his father. That is no go. You have to say that everyone is trying to talk this into this union, this everything, this coming back. They are trying, they're working out, you're working out. This is the narrative that we need, because without the royal cloud, you get nothing. And that is what the Montecito duo fears the most. Without their connection with the royal family, they have nothing. They don't have a career. They don't have jobs. They don't have even traction. They don't have clout. Nothing unless they are related. That's why they are grasping to those titles, to the Duke and the Duchess of Sussex. What? Why? And their fans and stands have this mental gymnastics, like to justify that. That is sad. It's only sad for all of you that are sending super chats and super stickers. Thanks for your super chats and super stickers. I will be reading and answering every single one of your questions sent through your super chats, and your whatever you say on your super chat, I will be highlighting it. And if you want to donate anonymously to my channel, you can find a link in the description. If you want to donate, if you want to send a super chat but you don't want your username to be publicly highlighted, then you can go to the link in the description to donate anonymously. And thank you for that. Thanks. After traveling to Balmoral alone several hours behind other senior royals. Sources close to the Duke now claim he was not told of his grandmother's death before the public announcement was published online, forced instead to find out from news reports. In case you're not aware of, the only reason he was not notified is that he was flying at that moment in that second flight to Aberdeen. And he couldn't be reached at that moment. It's that simple. He couldn't be reached at that moment. So they are pushing this narrative that the royal family failed Harry. This is not, notice the wording, notice the sentences, notice the ideas. This is how you begin to grasp. There's not only body language, because it's also what are the ideas that people are pushing into you and how do they structure them to suggest something. In this case, that the royal family are a bunch of cold-hearted people. We're not mindful of Harry's concern for the Queen. And yes, Harry could not be contacted because he was on a second flight, on an individual flight, just for him, because he missed the first flight because he was arguing with Charles over the phone to let Meghan go with him. And he dragged everyone in the first flight, and that's why everyone went late, more than 1 hour late on the tarmac before taking off. And then when they get to Aberdeen, they were more than 1 hour away from Balmoral in car, and they did not arrive in time. When they arrived, the Queen had already died. Figure that. Harry is responsible of that. Meghan is responsible of that. And they want us to buy into this narrative. They want us to believe this, that, oh my God, the royal family is so cold-hearted, is so, they are a bunch of racists, a bunch of evil people, a bunch of, all those adjectives that the mainstream media uses, now leaning for the Sussexes. And it's disgusting. It's disgusting. Buckingham Palace has maintained that he was contacted, albeit minutes before the statement was released by the King shortly before Harry's plane landed in Aberdeen. But you know the truth now. Either way, there is little doubt that for the Sussexes, it's not for everyone. The author could have said for everyone. No, but she didn't say for everyone. Because this is a paid piece. This is a paid piece for the Harkles PR. Allegedly, I cannot say it. I can't possibly know it as a fact. I have to say, as Neil Sean says, allegedly, of course. But you tell me, who writes this? Either way, there is little doubt that for the Sussexes, the experience left a sour taste. Give me a break. Why? No. This is if this is not paid, is the sugariest piece I have ever read about the Sussexes, about the Montecito duo. Although the publication of Prince Harry's memoir has been delayed, the prospect of further criticism of the royal family is almost inevitable. Meanwhile, his legal battle with the Home Office over security rumbles on. One of the decisions the King will have to make sooner rather than later, is whether to allow his two youngest grandchildren, Lilibet 1 and Archie 3, to use their new titles of Prince and Princess. Wrong again. They don't have new titles. They don't have titles yet. They are not automatically entitled to titles. That is wrong. And so many people have gone silent on that after pushing it the very day the queen died, because they knew they were wrong, or maybe they did not knew. How come I'm a noob at this? I'm a noob at this, and I just with 15 minutes of due diligence, I said, well, this is not that easy. It's not that straightforward. 15 minutes of due diligence. That's why it's not that simple. I said that on Twitter. And what is going on? What's going on is that in general, this journalists, these royal commentators are trying to push the narrative that somehow those titles are a fact. And if those titles are not made real or legal or announced, is because the narrative, the king is an evil person, the royal family are evil, the monarchy, the firm are evil because they don't want to give Archie and Lilibet their titles. And of course, they even get to quote Meghan and the infamous Oprah interview when she said that Archie somehow was not given a title because he was going to be of mixed race. What kind of nonsense of that? Yeah, that would deserve an F-bomb, but I will save it for later, because there's always more from Meghan Markle. There's always more from her. The Duke and Duchess are said to be concerned that the king may remove the right to use the titles from their children. The king will actively deny the titles. Wrong again. That is not why. This has to be a paid piece. Salt and pepper move together. Yeah. I can't unsee that. I can't unremember that. Forget that. After the royal family's website was not updated to include their new status after the queen's death, they don't have a new status. Why do you keep claiming that? You think the queen's death is a bit more important than those titles? Yes? No, but you want to start a fight, right? I understand. You want to start a fight because you know that a fight sells headlines, sells clicks. That's what you want. You want that. And you firmly believe that so many people around the world support and want to see, some support for the Harkles. No, you're wrong. You're definitely wrong. I think what is happening here? What is happening here is that I think these people are falling into the trap of this woke nonsense. Who doesn't love a good story of an underdog that manages to confront an evil institution and succeed in the end? We all love that kind of stories. Our movies and books and comics are full of those stories. We always root for the underdog. And that's what Meghan has been trying to do from the start. That's why she sold it. She's been trying to sell us on the idea that she comes from a struggling household, from a struggling family, struggling circumstances. That she came from nothing to what she became a self-made millionaire and stuff. That's the story that she wants to sell, because that's a story that appeals to everyone, the story of an underdog. We all want to be underdogs that triumph in spite of the odds, in spite of the circumstances. And that's what they're trying to do in this case. Like, we are just a couple that love each other, like palm trees joined at the bottom, and we are fighting this racism and all this discrimination and all this stuff. And it's all this, it sounds like all this woke nonsense that I'm not gonna enter into details, but you know how it has played our media in a matter of years. And so many so many media outlets rooting for this, when the general public is saying, hey, this, you know that this is not the way, right? You know that we are going to literally stop watching your movies, stop watching your shows, stop reading your newspapers if you keep up this, right? If you keep doing this, you will fail and you will lose a ton of money. I am waiting for the moment that all these giants finally bend their knee and realize that the sentence, if you go woke, you go broke, is more real than they could even imagine. And that will be great. That's an analogy what is happening in here. Like, let's root for what should be, who should be the protagonists of this story. Meghan and Harry, they should be the protagonists, right? Because they are the one who have been how to say that that they are the ones have been hurt by the monarchy, by the firm. That's the problem. That's why you see all this mainstream media, like, this is the editorial line that we have to push, because this is the right thing to do. This is more or less the woke things to do, and they are going to fail. They're just going to fail until it's way too late. This will destroy careers. And I'm going to say this because I have absolutely nothing personal with my fellow royal commentators. Every single one of you has been doing this for way longer than I've been. And this blocking you is nothing personal. It's just to say that, well, you are Sussex leaning. I have to put you in a tag or something. But this is my recommendation. This is my recommendation. You are jumping on a ship that is going to sink eventually, and with that ship is going to sink your reputation. I don't care about following any kind of editorial line. I'm literally, why do you think I name myself the Royal Rogue? I don't need to follow any editorial line. If I see something, I say it. I've even criticized some things that Prince William has done at points in time. I've done that. But no, you can't. You have to do what your bosses say. But you have a public persona. People are not going to talk about your bosses. People are not going to talk about the Telegraph or the Times. People are going to talk about you, about your Twitter account, about your Twitter handle, about your name. And they're just going to have the receipts for years. You want that? You want that? I'm sure that you don't want that. People, for example, people are going to be mentioning that joke that this YouTubers played on Victoria Arbiter. I can't say that that's how it works. That Victoria claimed that sometimes you give your insights to a magazine or an outlet before something happens, that she gave insights about the Oprah interview before the Oprah interview actually took place. I find it quite insane that you trust your reputation to someone that you don't know, to two people that you don't know, to an outlet that you don't know the reputation, and you just go with it without being aware that they could cut your words out of context. I find it extremely naive. But her reputation was tarnished since then. I don't know if she has been able to recover from that. I hope so. I think nobody deserves to have such kind of experience. I would never have done something like that. I must say, I will never give my opinion on something that has even happened yet. I find it baffling, and even it must have been an outlet or people that she trusted, but she did not know this man. How could she be so gullible? No, this is not the way. But well, royal commentators, fellow royal commentators. I think I'm way too arrogant calling you fellow royal commentators. I don't have even a year at this, but I know for a fact that you're doing things wrong and you're putting your name on the line, your reputation on the line, and someone that sits in front of the camera or writes an article, the reputation is everything, right? This is I tell you as a professional, from professional to professional. With the official period of royal mourning now ended, the king will be looking ahead to the coming months, aware that every move will set the tone for his reign. With no public engagements in the diary, both he and the Queen Consort are expected to remain in Scotland this week as they continue to adjust to their new roles. For the king, that means ploughing through his daily red boxes and also dealing with a phenomenal amount of correspondence, both personal and official, that has flooded in since the Queen's death. He will likely hold his third audience with Liz Truss, which is likely to be virtual unless the Prime Minister travels to Scotland. Protocol dictates that following a period of royal mourning, official duties are gradually phased in as appropriate. The king is expected to make this first step. Okay, this is talking about the king now. All right, we can go back to our presentation. Okay, thanks J.A. for this. She was wrong about the period of royal mourning having ended. It is only ending this evening. Thanks J.E. for that. Thanks J.E. J.E. is one of our trusty mods in here. She's one of the gatekeepers that blast the trolls out of existence. Thanks J.E. All right. We can go back to where we were before. Right here. Okay. So, I will share Baroness Brock's thoughts on Twitter here, because I think it's relevant. Brace yourselves. My interpretation is that King Charles will play good daddy in the same way as Queen Elizabeth played good granny. And the key word here is play. I'm going to try to explain this. His Majesty and his advisors will avoid being seen as vengeful, cold, or ruthless. This is important. Meanwhile, they will still do whatever is needed to protect the crown. And again, further, my prediction is that all public communications involving Harry will be full of love, good wishes, and if things turn really sour, some indiscreet, the king is saddened. Meanwhile, King Charles III will carry on and forward with crown duties as age builds his life overseas. Now, what does this mean? Why do I agree with Baroness Brock? This might sound like King Charles is trying to lie or be hypocritical or trying to disguise his actual intentions. And in this case, it is a strategy that he has to do to defend himself and defend the crown and defend the firm and the royal family from the attacks of the Montecito duo. I agree that he cannot afford to be seen as vengeful, cold, or ruthless, because at that moment the mainstream media that has been haunting him will go out for blood. Like, how dare him insert Greta Thunberg gif here? How dare you? How dare you? How are you so bad with Harry and Meghan? They're so nice people. Why are you like this? You know, that's mainstream media speaking. That's the voice of mainstream media. Yeah, it's that pathetic. So, King Charles cannot afford that. And sometimes when you're dealing with this kind of people, you have to, it's like some sort of passive aggressive defense. You know what is a passive aggressive manipulator? A passive aggressive manipulator is the one that schemes behind your back and tries to make you fail. In this case, not like King Charles is scheming to harm the Harkles, but the passive aggressive attitude can be used to harm other people, but at the same time you can use that to defend yourself from manipulators. Okay, this is important. That's why I tell you that it's so critical that you deconstruct. I can help you with that. That's why I do with my videos, deconstruct these tactics, so you can understand that, for example, gaslighting in itself, it's the term that we use for narcissists, that they try to change or mess with our perception of the world, with our own judgments. Gaslighting is the way that they mess up with the perception or our judgment of the world. And when they manage it, then they gain power over us. But gaslighting, in its essence, is a tactic that you can also use to defend yourself from narcissists. Okay, I've been heavily criticized on both here on YouTube and on Twitter that why would I give people these tools? Why would I tell that we should gaslight narcissists? We should not do that. We should not do the same thing that they do. Well, I'm gonna tell you, if people attack you with a weapon, do you think it like a sane decision to not attack them with a similar weapon or defend yourself with a similar weapon? That makes sense, right? That makes sense. But in this case, it is. So you can offer a flower to someone that has a dagger on their hand. So you have to know how to defend yourself, and you have to know how the dagger or the gun or whatever works. And when you understand how it works, then you can defend. You can use that weapon against them, and in an efficient way. Okay? I know that this can sound like disturbing to you, but it's a fact. I have a video in my channel, my Body Language Guy channel, that is called How to Gaslight a Narcissist. You can look for it on YouTube, How to Gaslight a Narcissist, the Body Language Guy, or you can go, I think you can go to my front page and you can see it right on the front page of my YouTube channel. I'm pretty sure that's the case. Let me just check just in case, because I believe wholeheartedly that you can actually, yes, I have a playlist that is called How to Deal with Narcissists. And the first video in there that has over 700,000 views is called The 3 Tactics I Use to Gaslight Narcissists. So I suggest that you check that and understand the gaslighting. Gaslighting is the term that we use of that manipulation that narcissists do to people. Okay, but in the essence, is a tactic that you can also use to defend yourself. It's like we're talking about passive aggressive manipulation. Okay, it's like a passive aggressive manipulation. It's like when you are looking for a stapler, okay, at the office, and you know that person that made sure to hide the stapler and not say anything, just to drive you nuts. That is some passive aggressive manipulation. Or you ask them to do something and they take all the time in the world, because they know that the more time they take, the worse it will be for you, because you are in charge of the project. So they can just say, hey, I've been sick, or I've been this, or I've been that, or this happened in my life, and you notice that they're playing with you. They are playing with you. That is passive aggressive manipulation. But that playing can be both ways. Two can play that game. So in this case, King Charles can play the game of, yeah, I'm a good daddy. I understand. You are building your life overseas. I cannot be seen, if I'm King Charles, I cannot be seen as ruthless. So I'm playing the game, okay, that I have to do, in the essence, I have to do whatever it takes to defend the crown, but for the public, for the mainstream media, I have to play it like, oh, I'm a nice man, all right, etc. I'm not saying that King Charles is not a nice man. He must be a nice man, okay? Okay, he could be a nice man. I can't say. I had the idea that he's a nice man. But I think you get the point. It's like, this is a very delicate topic. And I know that many of you would prefer to just be transparent all the time. And I understand. That would be nice. It would be nice if all of us had the luxury, because that would be a luxury, of being transparent all the time with everyone. If there were no psychopaths or sociopaths, we could have that luxury. But there are sociopaths out there. There's psychopaths out there. We don't have the luxury to be transparent with everyone, because we are gonna get hurt very badly. We cannot do that. We had to use these tactics. We have to use these cloaks. We have to use these weapons of manipulations against them as a defense. And I always say, if you are learning self-defense, you have to learn to punch and kick. Are you going to use that for violence? That's up to you. But to defend yourself, you have to learn to punch and kick and maybe bite and have, I don't know, a double suplex on the floor or whatever. You get the point. This is one topic that you can see that my body temperature is rising, that my voice is more agitated, that my gestures are broader. So that affects me a lot, because it is very frustrating when I try to teach this, because that is teaching, because I have experience with that. I can say that I have experience not only learning but using these tools, and I have all this backlash of people that you should not be teaching this. You should not be telling people to gaslight anyone. We should all be living in with a field of flowers, and no one should should behave in that way. But that is not the fact. That is not real life. We need to learn to defend ourselves, and that is the case with King Charles. Play the good daddy with the Harkles, who have not been and are not good people. That is what I have to say about that. So, but let's add some levity to this. I wanted to add a bit of levity to this at the end. After these slides, I'm going to read your super chats. And how about this? Meghan Markle gives Harry acting lessons to help with public performances. All right, how do I put this? Meghan Markle gives Harry acting lessons to help with public performances. That is great. They are working, I guess. They have had an effect on Gingerbread. You see that? It's obvious. He's charismatic as ever, thanks to Meghan and her acting lessons. All right. Oh my God. Candlegate and Meghan. Oh, they burn. I like this kind of burn. I like the smell of burn in the morning, in the evening, at every hour. Miss Satson, if she was a good actress, she'd be successful. Oh, God, let's move. And Royal Instablog replying to Sabrina Long, see, they have changed the website of the royal family like I said they will. The Harkles are now at the end with Uncle Andy. They have been demoted. The only one that is below them is Prince Andrew. That should tell you a lot. That should tell you a lot. It's like they're gonna have a second page Link to the second page. Link to the second page to keep, if you want to browse the rest of the royal family, the rest. But whatever, this is. I think they are responding, the answering to these polls about who are the most popular royals. But cannot blame them. This is a cute story on King, then Prince Charles, inviting the Spice Girls to tea with his son, sweet Prince William. There are many answers to the question: what kind of monarch will King Charles III be? And one of them is the kind who hangs out with the Spice Girls. As the Prince of Wales, he famously had his bottom patted by Jerry Halliwell at a Prince Trust concert. Far from being affronted, the prince was so charmed that he invited the band to afternoon tea at Highgrove. It is an occasion which Melanie Chisholm, otherwise known as Sporty Spice, recounts in her new memoir, Who I Am. We sat on deeply plush sofas with Charles, Harry, and William in a very grand drawing room where we were served cucumber sandwiches and tea in the finest china. Chisholm writes, Harry was 13 and William 15 at the time, so there was typical teenage banter. They were both very cheeky and made fun of each other as Charles grinned along. While Chisholm and most of her bandmates remember their manners, Mel B, because, typically Mel B, this is nice, but have you got anything more substantial? She asked, voicing her disappointment at the amount of food on offer. At that, William led the party downstairs to the kitchen, where he made them all peanut butter on toast. Well, William, what a gentleman. What a gentleman. Okay, I like this comment. Rose H.G. Tudor put it this way: unimportant, misguided, and disloyal. That's how the crown will continue to portray them. Oh, I should watch HG more often. All right. By the way, that anecdote about the cucumber sandwiches not being substantial, I agree to some extent with Mel B. The cucumber sandwiches. What I don't agree with, I don't know if you're aware of this, but Gino De Campo, a famous chef, reveals bizarre reason why he declined to meet the Queen at Buckingham Palace. This is old news, but I remember this. Gino De Campo: I'm not very keen on tea or cucumber sandwiches. The father of three told Richard Eden for Daily Mail's Eden Confidential. And what? We're talking about the bloody Queen. What kind of this is what kind of wonker denies meeting the Queen because he doesn't like cucumber sandwiches? This is beyond reason. This is beyond reason. Yeah, many of you understand that you don't like cucumbers, but it's the Queen. It's the Queen. Yes. What? I will tell you. I will. If Gino had been my friend, had Gino been my friend at that moment, I would have told him, Gino, you have to do as Venezuelans do. We Venezuelans have a way of dealing with this kind of situations. You mentally prepare yourself to meet the Queen. Eat your goddamn cucumber sandwiches and drink the bloody tea. Do it, and when all is said and done, when you leave Buckingham Palace, you go to your nearest Venezuelan. You eat your tea and your sandwiches, your little sandwiches and the tea, they're nice, and you put your fingers like this and such, and behave like a gentleman must do. And then you go, after you leave Buckingham Palace, to your nearest Venezuelan Pepito dealer and order a full-fledged, a full with con todo Venezuelan Pepito, and eat your fucking Venezuelan Pepito and That would make it make up for it, make up for the cucumber sandwiches. I guarantee that. You can't do that now, you wanker. There's no other way to call you. But that's why that's how Venezuelans would deal with that situation. Cucumber sandwiches. Let's do this. Let's do this. If you want to know what a Venezuelan Pepito has, the answer is everything. You name it, it has it. It has it. You name it, it has it. It's this monstrosity. This is a rather light version of that. You have a meat, you have bacon, maybe you have chopped chicken too. You have fries. You have 2 different kind of cheese. You have garlic sauce, ketchup, mustard. Am I forgetting? Hot sauce too. What else? I don't know. Of course, salt, pepper, as Gordon Ramsay says, preparing hamburgers. Salt, pepper, olive oil. Amazing. This is amazing. I would love to invite Gordon Ramsay to taste a Venezuelan Pepito someday. We know how to. We know this is the kind of food that you eat at 4 a.m. in the morning after going clubbing. This is something light, to just to very for light digestion the rest of the night. Yeah, this is like a mega pint, but in terms of food. Okay, let's read your super chats now. Let's go back. Let's pick one. What nice picture? Oh no, you're not you. Let's go for a nice picture. Let's go for acting Harry. Good acting, Harry, and let's read your super chats. All right. Oh my God, Harriet, why are you so savage? The GQ award is meant to incentivize Meghan to stop procreating. Why? I don't get the connection, but I'll allow that. I wonder if Meghan, this is Anne-Marie. Anne-Marie says, I wonder if Meghan sees King Charles as a weaker target to attack than the Queen was. I guess we will soon find out. I don't think it's a weaker target, but I think the answer is that both Harry and Meghan knew that the public would unanimously support the Queen no matter what. The Queen was untouchable, and they knew it. If they knew what was good for them, they knew that the Queen was untouchable. Even so, they upset her more than a couple times, but they knew that they could not mess with her. These headlines that we're seeing are proof that they don't have the same. They will not have the same qualms with King Charles. They're gonna go all out, not because they fear of fear, because maybe they think they could have a shot at that part of clout. Who has more clout, the Sussexes or King Charles, who has just been named king, has just become king? Who had more clout, the Queen or the Harkles? Of course, it's no doubt the Queen. That was no doubt. Okay, I think that's the answer. Goes more like that. Little Miss Sunshine, thanks for your super sticker. Thanks for that. Impi Waara, thanks for the super sticker. Thank you. All right. Yes, Sarah, we mentioned this. Thanks for the super chat. The Harkles go demoted on the royal family website. They are at the bottom, right above Andrew. Coincidence? I think not. Dying laughing over here. Yes, I don't think it was a coincidence. But maybe they will be deleted completely. All right. Clarissa Valencia, the young loner boy who couldn't roll his R's now has hundreds of thousands of friends worldwide and is building his empire in a foreign language. Eres una inspiración, amigo. Thanks, Clarissa. I appreciate that. It has been a journey, and I made fun of myself on Twitter because, yes, sometimes I think I have nailed most English pronunciations, but I'm going to try to bring a couple memes that I did on Twitter. Let's see. I think I can play my magic in here. My black magic. Can I say that? Is that cultural appropriation if I say black magic? Okay, this is something that I shared earlier. I'm going to do this. We're going to insert a couple empty slides so I can insert this one, and I have another one. I'm making fun of myself on my Twitter. You can follow me. Remember, you can follow me on Twitter. Here. Real time. Doing this on real time. Let's go. So we have this. The wonkers. I'm beginning to like that word. Beginning to overuse that word, by the way. The wonkers who created the English language, pronunciation shall maketh no goddamn sense. Fucking psychopaths. Yes, that's how I feel sometimes. Why every word has its own pronunciation? And someone, by the way, sent me. It was Brock, by the way. I'm going to mention this. I'm going to copy here. I was not aware of this. Of the English language. I'm going to go and change this again to Google Chrome because I want to show you this. And this is poem. The Chaos by Gerard Nos Trinité. And this is a classic English poem containing about 800 of the worst irregularities in English spelling and pronunciation. There's even YouTube channels with the right pronunciations. And Baroness Brock told me, let's see how far you can go. It's rather long, but I'm going to just try to read a couple parts here. Dearest creature in creation, studying English pronunciation, I will teach you in my verse. Sounds like corpse, horse, and worse. I will keep you, Susie, busy. Make your head with heat grow dizzy. Tear in eye your dress you'll tear. Queer, fair seer, hear my prayer. Pray console your loving poet. Make my coat look new, dear. Sew it. Just compare heart, hear and heard, like Amber Heard. Dice and diet, Lord and Ward. This is amazing. This is rather long. I should dedicate one video to just reading all of this sometime. It's rather long. It's quite fun. I enjoyed that. Maybe I should make a video reading all that. I'm gonna take a shot. It's like a trial by fire for English pronunciation learners. And there's also this me. This is myself. This is your trusty body language guy. Me. Oh, do I need to learn 3 alphabets and 2,000 kanji to read Japanese? Bring it on. I can do that. Also me. No way every English word has a unique pronunciation, for fuck's sake. No, I won't do that. Yeah, this is me at the same time. That's Meghan Small, by the way, was mentioning that her father learned Japanese. And it was rather easy. Speaking Japanese, the spoken part of Japanese is rather easy. You can learn in like 3 months because it's the simplest spoken language there is. I don't know if there is a easier language in terms of speaking, but writing is a different thing, a totally different thing. Let's go back to our. Where's Howie? There's Howie there. So let's continue with our super chats. Miami Jules 1. Super chats. Let me see if Miami Jules. Well, you just sent an empty super chat. That's it. All right. All right, let's continue here. Oh, thank you. Thanks, Alexina Van Doren. Van Doren. Jesus, thank God it's Van Doren, not Vandoria. Vandoria. No, it's Van Doren. Jesus, you have me falling out of my chair laughing every time you do a live chat. I appreciate that. I'm glad to know, Alexina. Your sense of humor rocks my world. Who knew you could be so funny? I'm happy to know that, Alexina. I'm happy to know that. Fan for life. JG, and thanks for the super chat, $20. JGJ, super chat. JG, your username sounds like out of that poem. It's a bit hard to pronounce. Lexi Mish, you got it, Jesus. Determined, yes, determined. You know how many videos I've recorded, published. How many hours of video I've published saying determined? Why? It's determined. Why did I say that over and over again? I didn't realize I was doing it wrong. I'm sorry. I apologize. I conquered it. Yeah, I conquered it. I did it. Jules Dole, thanks for the super chat too. Thank you. Vesna VK, super chat. Jesus and HG Tudor live stream event. Pretty please. I should speak to HG to see what does he think about this. My question is, does he release live streams? Does he do live streams? I don't know. I'm not aware. I think I've only seen or heard his recorded videos. I don't know if he does live streams. Does HG Tudor do live streams? Yes, he does. Oh, yes, he does. I'm going to talk to him. Let's see what can we work out. Let's see what can we work out. That would be nice. That would be nice. All right. Laurie Wilcox. They believe they will be forgiven no matter what. Yes, I'm sure they truly believe this. The Sussexes believe they will be forgiven no matter what they do. If they have done so much and they have been forgiven, but they can be, as I'm telling you, just exiled overseas. Keep over there, okay, and stay there. I love your voices, and jugular is jugular, not jugular. I'm sorry, jugular. Thanks for using a super chat to correct me. Let me see. Just so I can hear this here. Jugular. You see, there are two pronunciations in here. There are three. I'm checking the dictionary, and there are three bloody pronunciations to the same word. Not joking.
Jugular.
Juggler. That's a Harry. Harry's a juggler. Juggling with his balls and his Montecito garden. I'm going to try, and I'm going to do some research on juggler or juggler. Oh my God, that's so confusing. English makes no damn sense. Jack came back. Do you think the children will get the titles, and your thoughts? I think they will eventually get the titles. Well, not, but maybe it will be like after they are 18 years old, and if they agree on that, maybe that will be a nice agreement, so the parents cannot monetize upon those titles. That would be nice. That would be a nice solution. Why not? Oh my God. I don't know if you're trolling or what. Jadi. How to make abuse children or whatever. I'm not gonna read that. Prince and princess or prince and what? Why toast of the town? Why? I'm just going to highlight your super chat, but I'm not going to politicize my channel with that kind of content. No, this is not it. No, why? We're coming here to have a good time, not to discuss these things. You know, at some point I thought that I could comment on these affairs, these world affairs, but it's energy draining. There's so much crazy things happen in the world. We need some levity. We need some space to laugh, to have a good time. No, I appreciate your super chat, Jadi, and I appreciate that you sent your opinion. That's right, but I'm just not in the mood for that, and I'm not sure. Don't think I will be in the mood for that kind of content like ever. Yes, Pepsi, Wepsi on the royal website. Andrew, Harry, and Meghan are at the bottom now, at the bottom of the barrel. And who knows if they can go even lower than that. CDS, thank you for those videos. Yes, being transparent doesn't work in the real world. We wish it worked that way, but we can get really hurt, badly hurt that way. Joel's Doll again, super chat. Thank you. Thanks for another super chat. Yeah, Ruth Gonzalez Penaranda, H&M wanted titles before the king's coronation. I agree. They want them ASAP. Miss Lady Bug Bubbles. Miss Lady Bug Bubbles. I want merch with Meghan Dillon. Meghan Dillon? Meghan Dillon? What does that mean? I don't get it. I'm sorry, I don't get it. Crime Scene Mary. Jesus is right on it. When in Rome. I don't know when I will be going to Rome. Is that an expression, or you tell me to when I'm going to Rome? I don't know. I should do a worldwide tour soon. Angela Song Chung. You just made my day. Boom. Glad to know, Angela. Glad to know. And thanks for the super chat. Easy Weezy, Princess Anne and Sophie will sort that pair out. You bet. They have what it takes. They have what it takes, the right stuff. Susan Ashcroft, once second row Sussexes, now second page Sussexes. Well played. Yeah. I feel bad for the community of actual Sussex. They had to deal with all this, brand smear into their lovely city name by these grifters. That is so sad. Little Miss Sunshine, thanks for the super sticker again. Thank you. Mesmerizing Eyes 1. I don't think the Nutless were ready for the firm to start hitting back, and I'm so ready for them to shut the lights down. Yeah, we're ready for it. Easy Weezy, Harry starting to look like Beaker from Muppet Show. What do you mean by starting? He has always looked like Beaker. Me. All right. Oh my God! Like J. Is this what you wrote? It must be hard for King Charles because he's also parent to Harry. I honestly feel so awful for what these two have put the royal family through. I don't know if that's what you wrote in your super chat. And your name is pronounced JJ. JJ. Oh, thank you. Thanks for that. Thanks for that. I don't know why super chats don't work sometimes. It's YouTube doing its shenanigans. Only 2 more super chats and we're done for the night. Migdalia Polar. Things are looking worse every day for them. Yes. Well, they still have the clout. They still have the attention. I just want to know, when are they going to realize they have so real power with that attention that they can manage? It's like the Kardashians. It's not that they saving the manatees or something, but the Kardashians are doing something with that attention. Why can't you do something with attention that you're commanding? Karen Clark Stapleton. Has no balls, needs some testosterone. Yeah, he needs to get his balls back, get his life back in order. Well, my body language buddies, I enjoyed today's live so much. We had a lot of jokes, a lot of memes, a lot of anecdotes, and a lot of insights of what could be the future for this rift, this silent fight, might it be, between the royal family and the Montecito duo. Let's see how does this royal soap opera continues tomorrow in tomorrow's live. Tomorrow's live is gonna be 1 hour earlier because I want to go to bed earlier to try to fix my sleeping schedule. I'm only getting like 5 to 6 hours per night. I need at least 1 more hour to be on top of my game. We need to sleep at least 7 good hours of nice shut eye to be doing our best. Happy Monday, Body Language Body. Thanks, American Woman, like the Lenny Kravitz song. So, my Body Language Buddies, my name is Jesus Enrique Rosas. I'm the Body Language Guy, and until we meet in another video or another live, I'll be here looking for more memes to amuse you, and well, let's see what all this brings tomorrow. The 2 most important words: much love and bliss. Take care, because I love every single one of you. Bye bye.